Ever wondered what it's like to live in a place where the sun never sets for months? In the Arctic, where the Inuit have adapted to the midnight sun, the constant daylight creates unique challenges and solutions. From balancing sleep cycles to maintaining cultural traditions, how do they manage it all? With over 65,000 Inuit in Canada, their resilience and adaptability are the keys to thriving in the world's harshest environment. But how does it impact their daily life? And what can we learn from their survival strategies? Stick with us as we break it down. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights. The Inuit are indigenous peoples who have inhabited the Arctic regions for thousands of years, thriving in areas known for extreme cold, long winters, and isolated terrain. Their traditional territory spans northern Canada, particularly Nunavut, as well as parts of Alaska, Greenland, and the Chukotka region of Russia. Despite living in some of the planet's most unforgiving environments, the Inuit have built deeply interconnected communities rooted in culture, language, and survival skills honed over generations. According to Statistics Canada 2021, over 65,000 Inuit are living in Canada, with the majority residing north of the Arctic Circle. These communities are often accessible only by air or seasonal routes, yet they remain vibrant, resilient, and proud of their heritage. The Inuit are not a single group, but belong to a broader cultural and linguistic family, including the Inupiat, Alaska, and Kalaallit, Greenland. They share a common ancestry and many similar traditions, though regional adaptations exist based on local geography and resources. Inuit culture is deeply tied to the land and sea. Traditional practices like hunting, fishing, and skin sewing are not only methods of survival, but also vital expressions of identity. Skills such as building igloos, navigating ice, and understanding animal behavior have been passed down orally through stories and direct teaching from elders. Today, while modern technologies have entered daily life, many Inuit continue to practice and preserve these ancestral customs, often blending them with contemporary tools. Efforts to strengthen Inuktitut, the Inuit language, and preserve oral histories are central to cultural survival, especially among youth. Organizations like Inuit Tapirit Kanatami play a major role in advocating for health, education, and environmental justice across Inuit regions, ensuring that the voice of the Arctic remains heard on national and global stages. The Arctic experiences a fascinating natural event each year known as the midnight sun, where the sun remains visible for 24 hours a day. This unique phenomenon occurs due to the Earth's axial tilt of approximately 23.5 degrees. Because of this tilt, during the summer months, the northern hemisphere leans toward the sun, allowing sunlight to reach areas within the Arctic Circle continuously without setting. This constant daylight typically begins around late May and lasts until late July, depending on how far north you go. For instance, in Alert, Nunavut, one of the northernmost permanently inhabited places on Earth, the sun can shine without interruption for over 2 months, usually from early May to late July. Similarly, regions like Tuktoyaktuk and Iqaluit also experience extended periods of daylight, though the duration decreases as one moves farther south. The sun doesn't hover directly overhead during these months, but instead appears to travel in a circular motion across the sky. It dips lower during what would typically be night hours, but never crosses below the horizon. This creates a surreal experience where you can walk outside and find the land bathed in natural light even at midnight. According to NASA and climate science institutions, this phenomenon results from Earth's orbit combined with the axial tilt and only affects areas located above the Arctic Circle, 66.5 degrees north latitude. The opposite occurs in winter when these regions experience polar night, where the sun does not rise for weeks. The midnight sun isn't just a visual wonder. It deeply influences daily routines, sleep cycles, and traditional lifestyles in Arctic communities, requiring cultural and practical adaptations that reflect the Inuits' deep connection to the rhythm of nature. Life under 24-hour daylight, known as the midnight sun, brings not just environmental challenges but also significant biological effects. One of the most impacted systems is the circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that regulates sleep, hormone release, digestion, and other vital functions. This rhythm typically operates on a 24-hour cycle, syncing with natural light and darkness. But in the Arctic summer, where night never truly falls, the body's sense of time can become confused. According to the National Sleep Foundation, continuous exposure to daylight can lead to sleep disorders, chronic fatigue, and mood disturbances. When the body doesn't receive regular darkness cues, it struggles to produce melatonin, a hormone that helps signal when it's time to rest. Over time, this can result in insomnia, irritability, reduced focus, and even symptoms similar to seasonal affective disorder. Though typically associated with lack of light, it can also manifest during periods of excessive exposure. While people in southern regions associate daylight with activity and nighttime with rest, this contrast contrast blurs in the Arctic. For the Inuit, traditional life patterns don't follow a strict 9-to-5 structure. Instead, routines have historically adapted to environmental conditions, not the clock. Still, with the growing influence of modern work schedules, the clash between constant daylight and fixed human routines becomes more evident. Health experts, including those from the Canadian Sleep Society, recommend practical solutions like blackout curtains, sleep masks, and maintaining regular routines to reduce the impact of round-the-clock sunlight. Community programs in northern regions also work to raise awareness about mental health and sleep hygiene, showing how the Inuit continue to balance tradition and well-being under the ever-shining Arctic sky. For countless generations, the Inuit have lived in harmony with their environment, adapting to the Arctic's extreme and ever-changing conditions, especially the 24-hour daylight of summer. Unlike the modern world, where lives are often dictated by clocks and schedules, Inuit communities traditionally relied on natural rhythms to guide their activities. Timekeeping was based not on hours and minutes, but on environmental cues like tide movements, animal migration patterns, ice conditions, and weather shifts. During the Arctic summer, when the sun never sets, traditional Inuit life adjusted to the constant light with remarkable flexibility. Instead of adhering to fixed sleep and work cycles, Inuit hunters and gatherers would often use the extended daylight to their advantage. Hunting trips, fishing expeditions, and community tasks were carried out at any hour when conditions were favorable. If animals were active at what would normally be night, then so were the hunters. This fluid sense of time allowed for greater responsiveness to the environment and maximized efficiency in a region where resources are hard-won. Rest and sleep were guided by personal need rather than the position of the sun. People would nap when tired, eat when hungry, and work when opportunities arose. This organic rhythm also fostered a deep observational knowledge of the land, essential for survival in such a dynamic and harsh climate. Though some of these traditional time practices have shifted with the introduction of modern tools and schedules, many Inuit elders still emphasize the importance of listening to nature rather than relying solely on artificial timekeeping. This timeless way of living reflects a deep respect for the Arctic's unique rhythm, showing that cultural wisdom and environmental awareness are at the heart of Inuit survival, even under the constant gaze of the midnight sun. As the Arctic continues to evolve with modern infrastructure, today's Inuit communities are blending traditional practices with contemporary strategies to adapt to 24-hour daylight during the summer. While ancestral ways emphasized harmony with natural cues, modern life, especially with structured school and work hours, has prompted families to adopt new methods for managing sleep and maintaining daily routines. One of the most common solutions is the use of blackout curtains, which block out sunlight from entering sleeping areas, helping to simulate night. Many homes in northern communities also create windowless bedrooms or add thick fabric coverings to maintain darkness during rest. For those especially sensitive to light, such as children and the elderly, sleep masks and quiet rooms offer additional comfort. These strategies help to ensure that residents can maintain a regular sleep schedule, despite the challenges posed by 24-hour daylight, allowing them to rest properly and adapt to the unique Arctic environment. According to data from Indigenous Services Canada, several Inuit households also use melatonin supplements, particularly during peak summer months, to help regulate the body's natural circadian rhythm. In some cases, light-based therapy is used in reverse, not to add light but to control it, using dimmable lamps and carefully managed lighting indoors to support a stable sleep cycle. Despite the fixed schedules followed by schools and workplaces, many institutions in Inuit regions allow for seasonal flexibility, understanding that environmental factors can strongly influence well-being. Some organizations also provide mental health resources, sleep education, and community wellness programs, especially during the summer months when sleep disruption tends to spike. By combining cultural knowledge with science-backed tools, the Inuit are creating a hybrid approach that respects both tradition and modern necessity. This balance is helping communities stay healthy, productive, and connected to their roots, even while the Arctic sun refuses to set for weeks at a time. This adaptability ensures that the Inuit continue to thrive in the face of environmental challenges, preserving their culture while embracing the benefits of modern advancements. We hope you're loving this, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for updates. In Arctic communities, particularly in Nunavut, school-age children face unique challenges when it comes to maintaining a consistent daily routine, especially during the 24-hour daylight of summer. Although schools follow schedules that align with those of southern Canadian systems, the constant presence of sunlight can interfere with children's sleep cycles and their ability to focus in class. With daylight never fading, children often struggle to adjust to the fixed hours of school, making it harder to maintain a regular bedtime and wake-up routine. According to interviews published by CBC North, educators in Nunavut have expressed the need for extra effort from both parents and teachers to enforce healthy sleep routines. Parents are encouraged to create environments that mimic nighttime, using strategies such as blackout curtains and sleep masks, which help children better adapt to the need for rest despite the ever-present daylight. Schools also play a crucial role by maintaining a consistent classroom schedule, which helps children stay grounded in a routine even when the world outside does not follow the same rhythm. However, many educators in the region also recognize the importance of respecting the traditional flexibility that has long been a hallmark of Inuit life. In interviews, teachers emphasized that the Arctic's environment demands a balance between structure and adaptability. While consistent education is vital, they also acknowledge that seasonal conditions may sometimes necessitate a flexible approach. Whether it's for community events or unexpected environmental changes, educators strive to honor traditional practices while ensuring that children continue to receive an education that prepares them for both modern and traditional life. This dynamic balance between structure and flexibility allows children in Arctic communities to thrive in a world where the sun never sets, all while respecting both modern educational systems and their cultural heritage. By adapting their routines to the unique challenges of the Arctic environment, children can maintain a sense of normalcy and stability, benefiting from education while staying connected to their traditions, ensuring a healthy and sustainable future for the next generation. 24-hour daylight of the Arctic summer provides a significant advantage for Inuit hunters and gatherers. With the extended daylight, Inuit communities can maximize their hunting and gathering activities. The long days allow hunters to travel over vast distances, whether by boat or ATV, reaching hunting grounds that would otherwise be inaccessible during shorter days. Many hunters can remain in the field for days at a time, taking full advantage of the continuous sunlight to hunt seals, caribou, and fish. Increased visibility during these months makes it easier to spot animals in their natural habitats, enhancing the efficiency of hunting efforts. However, while the constant daylight offers benefits, climate change is impacting traditional hunting practices. Warmer temperatures are leading to shifts in ice patterns, affecting the timing and reliability of ice travel. Animal behaviors are also changing, as species like caribou and seals adjust their migration patterns and feeding schedules. According to the Arctic Institute, these environmental shifts have introduced new challenges for hunters, as ice that once formed reliably in the winter is now less stable, and certain animals may no longer be found in traditional hunting areas during their usual seasons. Despite these challenges, Inuit communities continue to adapt by combining traditional knowledge with modern tools. GPS technology, satellite imagery, and weather forecasting have become essential for planning hunting trips and ensuring safety. Still, the Inuits' ability to read nature and adjust to changing conditions remains central to their survival in the Arctic, allowing them to navigate the complexities of both constant daylight and a warming world. The Arctic summer brings with it a unique sense of community for Inuit people, as the midnight sun allows for extended daylight hours that are perfect for socializing, storytelling, and celebrating. During this time, families come together, and the importance of community is highlighted through a variety of events. Elders, the keepers of history and tradition, use the long days to pass down oral histories, ensuring that the stories of the past continue to be shared with younger generations. Youth also play a significant role in these gatherings, often engaging in traditional Inuit sports, which help preserve cultural practices while providing a sense of continuity in Inuit life. The summer months also see the emergence of numerous community festivals. These festivals are a vibrant mix of modern Inuit identity and ancient traditions, celebrating both the culture and resilience of the Inuit people. Inuit Tapirit Kanatami, an organization that represents Inuit across Canada, emphasizes that cultural preservation is strongest when communities come together to celebrate. According to their reports, these shared experiences not only keep traditions alive, but also foster a deeper sense of unity among Inuit people, connecting them to their heritage and each other. Inuit festivals often feature music, dance, crafts, and cultural performances. And they also include activities like canoeing races and snowmobile races, which reflect the community's strong connection to the land and the animals that sustain them. The presence of the midnight sun enhances the celebratory atmosphere, allowing activities to unfold under the continuous light, with no need to pause for the night. These festivals offer a chance for the Inuit to celebrate their unique culture, their connection to the land, and the resilience that has allowed them to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The continuous daylight of the Arctic summer and the long winters of darkness both have significant effects on mental health. While the constant light can provide a temporary boost in mood and energy, it often leads to exhaustion and insomnia for many people. The disruption of normal sleep patterns caused by 24-hour daylight can leave individuals feeling disoriented and unable to find the rest they need. Conversely, during the dark winter months, the absence of sunlight can lead to a condition known as seasonal affective disorder, where the lack of light causes feelings of depression, fatigue, and low energy. This disorder is particularly common in Arctic regions, where sunlight is scarce for extended periods. To counteract these challenges, Inuit health programs have been developed to promote mental well-being, particularly during the seasonal extremes of the Arctic. These programs emphasize the importance of community gatherings, where people come together for shared activities, conversation, and support. Additionally, land-based healing plays a crucial role in maintaining mental health. This approach incorporates traditional Inuit practices, including connecting with the land, fishing, hunting, and other outdoor activities that foster a deep sense of well-being and belonging. According to reports from Inuit Tapiriit Kanatami, local health centers in the Arctic adapt their services based on the changing light cycles. During the summer months, there may be more opportunities for outdoor counseling and community-driven mental health programs, while during the dark winter, more indoor support services, including therapy and counseling, are offered. By aligning their health services with the rhythm of the seasons, Inuit communities help support the mental health of their people in a way that respects both their cultural traditions and the unique challenges of the Arctic environment. While 24-hour daylight is a natural phenomenon of the Arctic summer, climate change is increasingly altering its effects, creating new challenges for Inuit communities. Thinning ice, unpredictable wildlife migrations, and melting permafrost are just a few of the environmental changes complicating traditional Inuit ways of life. Climate change is increasingly altering its effects, creating new challenges for Inuit communities. Thinning ice, unpredictable wildlife migrations, and melting permafrost are just a few of the environmental changes complicating traditional Inuit ways of life. According to NASA and the Canadian Ice Service, Arctic temperatures are rising 3 to 4 times faster than the global average. This accelerated warming is not only affecting the environment, but also directly impacting the practices that have sustained Inuit communities for centuries. The thinning ice makes traditional hunting and travel methods such as ice fishing and dog sledding increasingly dangerous. In addition, the unpredictable migrations of animals like caribou and seals disrupt traditional hunting schedules. The melting permafrost is also causing infrastructure damage and further complicating the already challenging Arctic living conditions. These environmental shifts create pressure on Inuit communities to adapt quickly, as their traditional methods of survival are increasingly unreliable. Despite these challenges, Inuit communities have demonstrated remarkable resilience. They are adapting gear, such as modified snowmobiles and boating equipment, to meet the needs of a changing environment. They are also sharing knowledge, ensuring that younger generations are equipped with both traditional survival skills and modern techniques to navigate the evolving landscape. Furthermore, Inuit leaders are actively participating in global climate discussions, advocating for policies that address the specific challenges faced by Arctic communities. Through these efforts, Inuit people are not only adapting to the impacts of climate change, but also leading the way in climate advocacy, ensuring their voices are heard on the global stage. In the end, how do the Inuit thrive in the Arctic's never-ending daylight? And what can we learn from their ability to adapt to the extreme conditions of the midnight sun? These are questions that challenge our understanding of survival and resilience. As we continue to face our environmental changes, the Inuit's ability to balance tradition and modern life offers us valuable lessons. Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts on how we can adapt to our changing world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more insights.